up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. Happy Monday, man. Get ready for that work week, you know what I'm saying? And we are here to help you do that. It's the Phantom Frequency Network, guys, where we break down everything in the world of pop culture, man. I'm talking about every fucking thing, man. Horror movies, comic books, albums, man. We got so many great plans for the rest of 2022, y'all. So make sure you join our dope community of like-minded, positive geeks, man, where we have some nice discussions, some nice discourse, man. We have a lot of fun around here. So drop into the comments below, guys. I would love to get into a discussion with y'all about House of the Dragon, any of the great pop culture stuff going on in spooky season, man. We're getting ready to get right smack dab in the middle of it. We got a lot of dope horror, Halloween focused content that's gonna be dropping on the channel, curated by yours truly. We're gonna get some other people on the team involved, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun. As you can see, got a little bit of Halloween decorations in the background. We got the Haddonfield, man. We doing our thing, man. But no more further distractions, guys. It's time to get into the topic of the day, man. And I'm talking about one of the dopest shows on television right now, and one of the most pleasant surprises I've had all year in anything on film or TV or anything. House of the Dragon episode 6, man. We're getting into it. House of the Dragon episode 6. As you see, we got new people playing our two lead ladies, man. The great Lady Allison right there, who I'm not quite liking so much anymore, is played, as you see on screen there, by the great Olivia Cooke, one of my favorite up-and-coming actresses, man. She has so much great work that she's done over the years, man. Just to give a quick shout out to that, man. She was in one of my other favorite TV shows, TV series, and it's actually one of the best remakes from a film to TV. And I'm talking about Bates Motel with the great Vera Farmiga and all that. And yeah, man. So Olivia Cooke, I saw her on there. Let me see, man. Let me get some other credits right here, man. I gotta shout out my girl, man. She played Emma on that thing. She was in Ready Player One, Thoroughbreds with Anya Taylor-Joy, a little bit of an indie film that might have went under the radar. Definitely should check that out. She did Sound of Metal back in 2019 with Riz Ahmed, dude going deaf playing drums. Haven't seen it, but I'd love to as a musician myself. Yeah, she did Ouija back in the day, but I don't remember her being in that. And the first thing I remember seeing her in, which really impressed me and showed me that this girl is a world-class talent, was Me and Earl and the Dying Girl back in 2015. She was absolutely phenomenal in that show, man. And I think that's it. Hey, she was in a movie called Naked Singularity with John Boyega and a samurai sword. I'm gonna have to circle back to that. But anyways, guys. But yeah, man, she's done a lot of great work, man. And I almost forgot to shout out my girl who's playing the older version of Rhaenyra, because it's been 10 years since the last episode, y'all. It has been 10 years. Let me see. I'm trying to find this girl's name. I'm trying to find her name. Emma Darcy, thank you. Emma Darcy plays the older version of Rhaenyra, man, and it's been 10 years since the last one, yo. Shit is hitting the fan. Motherfuckers want that Iron Throne. Y'all know the deal. It's Game of Thrones and shit, And, yeah, man. So, getting into the beginning of the episode, man, it opens up with Rhaenyra, it literally opens up with Rhaenyra giving birth to her third child. She has two older sons. One's name is, let me make sure I got this right, Jacaerys and Lucerys. And one goes by Luke, the other goes by Jace. They call each other that, like, more shorthand and stuff like that. She has two older sons. I would assume the oldest is around 9, 10, and then I would assume the other one's maybe like 7 or 8. Just my guess. You know what I'm saying? Just from how they look and how they acted and whatnot, and the time gap of 10 years. So she has her third child she just literally gave birth to, and Sir Laenor, unbeknownst to her and out of nowhere, named the kid Joffrey. So their third son's named Joffrey after his ex-lover who was killed by Sir Christian, who totally flipped the shit at the end of last episode, which totally threw my ass for a loop, and my boy Skippy as well. And speaking of which, don't know how the hell I didn't mention him till now. He wasn't able to make it for this particular episode this week on the recap, but you should be seeing him on our She-Hulk recap and Andor as well. And he should be back next week for episode 7, y'all. So don't worry. Skippy ain't gone nowhere, man. Our resident Game of Thrones expert, in a sense, he will return, y'all. I just got to hold it down this week. Solo Dolo. Y'all know the deal, man. And yeah. So Joffrey is the name of the third kid there. And Alicent, the second she literally just finishes giving birth and looks at the kid, Alicent requests for her presence in her chambers or whatever. And Rhaenyra says, all right, fuck her then. Okay, that bitch wants to see me right now. Let me get my clothes on. I'm going to go walk over there with this goddamn baby so she can see the goddamn newborn baby and see that my just not pregnant ass is walking over there. She walks over there, and Rhaenyra, man, she gets stuck in her ways. And if you've been keeping up with the show, y'all know Rhaenyra is a hard-headed girl, man, for sure, hard-headed woman at this point. And yeah, Joffrey, sorry. Laenor runs into her in the hallways of the kingdom there, or the castle, whatever you want to say. And he's like, oh, hold on. Let me help you out here. Let me help you get over there. And he was like, I don't think you should be doing this. You know what I'm saying? But she's like, hey, shut the fuck up. We're going over there. She wants to see him. She wants to be a little bitch about it. Then okay. And at this point, Alicent and Rhaenyra are really just at each other's throats. Someone wants that. Rhaenyra has the birthright to the throne. Alicent doesn't want her to have the throne. She feels betrayed doing all the lying and all the conniving stuff that Rhaenyra was doing. Deservedly so, and I understand that. But yeah, man, Alicent just got real fucking petty over these last 10 years. She knows that woman just gave birth, and as a woman that has given birth herself several times now, she knows that shit ain't easy, man. So she's being real petty now, man, and I gotta say, I ain't loving that with Alicent, boy. I am not loving that. She is being very, 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 very petty in this episode. I gotta tell you, man. And yeah, so, Viserys is in the room. He's like, oh, yo, look, it's my new grandson. Hell yeah, man. He's gonna make a good king someday, man. He's gonna make a good leader. And let me make sure I'm not losing my place. And then, yeah, so they have a little conversation or whatever. And then we find out that Laenor has named the kid Joffrey, unbeknownst to Rhaenyra. They leave the chambers, and Alicent talks to Viserys about the well-known, rumored fact, essentially, that the king of... he's in one of the night... Is he in the Night Watch? Is it the Night Watch, or is that Christian who's in the Night Watch, and he's not? Well, y'all know what I mean. Sir Harwin, he's the real dad. Obviously, Laenor is on the is on the queer side. You know what I'm saying? He's playing on the other team. So obviously, he ain't the dad, and ain't nobody got no blonde dreads, and ain't nobody looking black or Hispanic. So it ain't his fucking kid. And I don't know why the hell Rhaenyra couldn't pick somebody that looks more like the Laenors or the Valerians. You know what I mean? The fuck, bro? Come on. Ain't one good looking dude you can. That's the only thing. Rhaenyra is stupid. You're gonna get with some dude that is like white like you with brown curly hair, and the kids have brown fucking curly hair, and fucking Laenor has blonde dreads. The fuck? Blonde hair to where it's fucking white, and they all have a tan fucking skin tone. What the hell's going? Like, come on, man. Like, that girl could have picked somebody else, bro. Sir Kristen would have at least kind of worked. You know what I'm saying? He'd have been dark skinned, brown hair. They're like, okay, yeah, maybe that works. But everybody fucking knows it ain't his fucking, it ain't Laenor's kids. And they know Rhaenyra is up to some bullshit. And after the big rumor of her sleeping with Daemon, motherfuckers don't be trusting her and thinking she getting around anyway when it comes to the realm. So that's the whole thing going on. And Alicent says, yo, man, she didn't fuck somebody, bro. She didn't fuck Harwin. I'm telling you. Without necessarily saying it that way. And Viserys is just in complete denial and does not want to accept the fact that Rhaenyra is lying. Sorry, thought it was on my lip, man. But Rhaenyra obviously has been cheating and lying and not telling the truth, man. And Viserys is just in denial, and he doesn't like facing the truth and going through the hard things anyway. He's very non-confrontational. Could say he's a bit of a pussy, you know what I'm saying? But I understand where he's coming from. I understand. It is awkward. But yeah, man, so we move on from there, and yeah, man. So then Alicent ends up going into her son Aegon's room, and this fool's over here in the window, in the fucking middle of the window, jerking off. I'm like, what are you doing? You can get jizz in somebody's head or something. Get in the room. Why are you jerking off in the window? Is this what they always do? King's Landing? Am I missing something because I haven't seen GOT? God damn, what's going on here? But anyway, and she yells at him because she's like, hey, man, you got to shape up. This is going to be your kingdom someday. And if we don't get Rhaenyra's ass out of here, they going to come for your head, boy. You in trouble regardless if you want the throne. You in trouble for being born, bro. You're in danger from the second you took your first breath, homie. You in danger. They're coming for the throne. They're coming for that neck. You best protect your neck. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's very true, man. It's very true. But then we finally jump on over there to Pestos. And we're going to catch up with Prince Damien. That's right, man. Matt Smith's character. It's been 10 years. And guess what? This crazy ass became a father with Laenor's sister, Laena. And he has 2 daughters now. One's really kick-ass, doing her thing, got her dragon going. The other one, is having a little bit of struggle with that, trying to get her dragon shit going. And, Laena's got a 3rd kid on the way. So they got a 3rd child in the midst. He's hoping for a boy, I'm sure. And yeah, so Damon gets a proposal from this guy that's the leader of Pestos, this place they've been traveling to and kind of vacationing at, I guess you could say. And they said, hey, man, we know you got like 4 dragons, dog, like 3, 4 dragons, man. Look, the Triarchy, the people down south, King's Landing, all this shit, they're all getting together. They're all coming. War is upon us, my friend, and we need backup. So we will give you a mansion, a kingdom, land, all that shit, bro. We're going to give you everything you want, gold, you know what I'm saying? I'll even, you know what I'm saying? Just make sure you stay in Pestos. You back us up if the Triarchy comes and tries to come for our head. Are you down with it, brother? And you know Damien is down. He's always looking for glory and power and fame and shit. So you know he's down with it. But Lena, his lady friend, man, wife ain't happy with it, man. She's like, I want to go back home. I want to go back to Dragonstone and ride my dragon and shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to pop this kid out and ride a dragon. Come on, man. Why are we sitting here? Nobody cares about this shit. I don't want to be in the middle of war with these motherfuckers. I want to go back to where we at. And then if we go into war, we can go in like kings and go in like queens and go in like bosses. But he's like, nah, they got gold. I'm chilling, bro. And the main thing is really, Damon doesn't want to go back to the kingdom. You know, he doesn't want to go back to King's Landing, the stepping stones. He's done with that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to go away from that shit. Rhaenyra's over here having kids with Harwin's ass over here, and I wanted that ass. You know what I'm saying? So she don't want me. I don't want to be over there. Viserys don't like my ass. Alicent probably don't give a shit about me one way or the other. No one likes me over there. And you know, everyone's thinking I fucked her when I didn't even fuck her or whatever. You know, everyone's thinking I fucked my niece or something. Didn't even do it. So I'll stay over here. But Lena's like, dude, you gotta know your destiny, your birthright, all that shit, bro. We got a kingdom back home. Dragonstone, man. Come on. Why aren't we going back? He's like, fuck that shit, bro. I ain't going back. And, yeah. And then we jump back over to King's Landing, man. Sir Criston, he done got hateful and bitter, my friend. Because he was talking to Alicent, actually, just before this, earlier, right before we jumped over to Daemon, actually, right before. Criston was walking around with the Queen Alicent, and he was actually talking a lot of shit on Rhaenyra, as they always do when they're like very well aware, because he knows I slept with her, didn't get her pregos, thank God, and I think she drank the tea or some shit, so she didn't have no kid with me, and obviously she got brown-haired, white-looking foals. Obviously they ain't fucking her kid. It ain't Laenors. It's someone else. It's probably Harwin. I see his ass over there, and then later on, and he actually calls her a cunt too, and he's like, oh, my bad, Queen, my bad. And even Alicent doesn't necessarily call it that. So I was like, damn, that's actually pretty interesting right there. I think a little bit of sliver of that friendship and respect is still somewhere deep down packed inside, you know. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But yeah, man, so Criston's over here. We jump back over to the King's Landing, man. Now he's actually training Aegon. Aenon, I think, is the second son. Alicent's second son. Yeah, Aegon and Aenon, and then you got Lucerys and Lucerys and Jacaerys and Lucerys. Thank you. Sorry, I'm fucking that up. And they're all training and everything like that. And Aegon's actually kind of he's got a little bit of that warrior in him. You know what I'm saying? He's doing pretty well. You can tell he's pretty skilled. Probably gonna be a pretty badass warrior in his own right when he gets older. And he's kind of kicking it. He's kind of kicking I can't remember if Jacaerys or Lucerys is the older one. Y'all correct me in the comments. I can't remember. But whichever one's the older one, he's kicking his ass. And Criston's like, hey, man, keep going. He's on the ground. Keep attacking him. Keep going. Fuck him up. And you know he's just showing straight up favoritism to freaking Aegon and them. And then he just hates freaking Rhaenyra's kid. He hates them. I'm like, damn, bro, they didn't ask to be here, man. You getting really petty with children when they didn't want to be here. They did not ask to be there. You know, I know it's different times and all that shit, but it's like, you should realize that, Criston. God damn. You know what I mean? Hate Harwin. Hate her. They didn't, they're children. They don't choose to be here. So that's the only thing that kind of bugged me a little bit with Criston, man. He's being real petty. But Harwin, after he started talking shit on the kids and all that and talking shit to him, making the accusation of him being the father, or him saying, oh, it's kind of interesting that you're so concerned with how I'm training him. Like a cousin or a brother or a son, you know what I'm saying? I know you can fuck with you bitch ass motherfucker. And then he ends up jumping his ass, beating the hell out of Criston, and then he gets in trouble and gets expelled from the Night Watch or whatever the hell he's in, the group he's in. And his dad, who works as Viserys' king's hand, Sir Lionel, he knows the deal. They're disgraced. Their house has a shroud of rumors and disrespect coming up on him. And Lionel's like, Lionel's like, I can't keep doing this, man. He actually ends up going to Viserys and requesting to step down from his position and go back home. He's like, dude, my son has disgraced me. Everyone knows he fucked your daughter, but no, you know, everyone knows it essentially, and he's done all but essentially all but confirm it. So I'm done, dude. Like, we're disgraced. People are gonna be talking shit and exiling and trying to kill him and shit. I gotta get the fuck out of here, bro. I can't serve you and be doing this, right? And he's like, come on, man, like, just come back, bro. It's all good. And he's like, and Viscerous will not let him leave. Allison's like, I think you should fucking leave, you know? And then Viscerous is like, nah, bro, nah, you're staying. You've been the best hand I've ever had. You're staying. And she's like, man, fuck y'all. You kicked my dad out and you won't let this motherfucker go? Fuck you. And then she leaves. And then she ends up talking to Harwin's brother, Lionel. I mean, not Lionel, sorry. What's his name? Laris. And I don't think it's his full name. I'm not sure if it's his full name. But she ends up going to talk to Laris and stuff like that in a bit. Let me make sure I'm not fucking around, jumping around in my notes here. Okay, yes, and then we jump over to Laner coming into their little quarters or whatever, talking to Rhaenyra, and he's like, yo, man, I've been hanging out with my boy, my lover man over here, my lover boy over here, man. We about to go back on the seven seas, whatever, the high seas, whatever the fuck. I'm going back to war, dog. I'm going back on the battlefield, man. I've been sitting here for 10 years with the old bullshit. I'm going off with my boyfriend, man. We gonna kick some ass and take some names and then get it in afterwards, man. That's what I'm doing. And then she's like, no, you ass ain't. Motherfuckers are coming at our neck. Yo ass is staying here. Guess what? I'm the fucking princess, bitch. And I'm going to be the fucking leader of this shit. So I'm making you stay. You can't go no fucking where. And I figured she was going to do that. I'm like, bro, you know, she does have more seniority over you in this scenario, right? So it's like, you knew she wasn't going to just let you go. So that was a stupid decision. You should have just left, you know, if anything. But as I was saying, man. But yeah, man. So she forces his ass to stay, and then Lionel's trying to resign. Viserys won't let him. Allison's like, "Fuck you, Amouty. Tell them something they don't know about me." And then we jump back over to Daemon, man. Lena is having that third kid. It's that time, man, and we get a straight up mirroring of the first freaking episode, which is terrifying and completely sad at the same time. She can't get that baby out. She got the other two out, but she can't get this third one out, man. I don't know what's going on. They're going to have to do a C-section, essentially, just like the beginning with Viserys and his wife. But they ain't going to make it, probably. He can't guarantee the baby or her is going to make it. She ain't going to make it, whatever. And she's like, fuck that. I'm not doing that shit. I'm getting out of here. So she dips out when Daemon and them aren't looking. She gets up, leaves, finds her dragon, and tells him, hey, burn my ass alive so they don't kill me against my own will. And she's like, burn my ass, please. Because there's a kid in here that ain't coming out. And one of us is dying, if not both of us. And I ain't going out like that. So please burn me to a crisp, please. And Daemon runs after her. And the second he catches up, he sees her get burned alive. Alive, I tell you. And that was a pretty fucking intense scene, man. I gotta say. That was pretty fucking intense, man. And, all right, and then we got the last few things here, man. Larys is a crazy motherfucker, Harwin's brother. Harwin and his dad are going back home, and Larys, he isn't exiled or disgraced or anything, so he's staying there. He's gotten somewhat of a close relationship with Alicent and wants to make her proud and all that stuff. And I know there's some kind of power play or some kind of political play he's making here. I'm not quite sure what it is yet, but we're going to get to the bottom of it. But yeah, man, he ends up freeing 3 prisoners to go and hires them to go kill his father and brother back at home, so that way he's dead. Alicent doesn't have to worry about him trying to come for the birthright or anything like that, and essentially assumed that Alicent wanted him to have him killed or whatever. Rhaenyra finds out, she's devastated, and then she's like, you know what, fuck all of y'all, I'm outie. You can tell them something that they all pretty much know about me. I'm getting my kids and getting the fuck out of here. And before Harwin leaves, actually, the kid even asked, one of the kids, Jacaerys or whatever, one of the kids even asked, is Harwin my dad? Is he my dad or what? What's the deal here? And then Rhaenyra, as shitty as she's being as a mom in this sense, doesn't tell them the truth. They end up packing up their bags because they're leaving King's Landing. They're leaving, which is insane, man. She is next up on the birthright, and Viserys looks like he's going to kick the bucket any day now. But I guess to avoid war and all that shit, she's out. Her, Laner, everybody's packing up, getting their shit, and they're leaving. Going back to Dragonstone, which I believe is where we were in the last couple episodes when they were setting up the marriage with Laner and everybody back home, where he was staying at. So yeah, man, and yep. So Allison realizes what happened and goes to Laris to talk to him about it. Like, dude, I didn't want you to go have them killed, bro. They were fine over there. They didn't need to get killed. I don't hate him. I don't like Rhaenyra. I don't hate him. You know what I'm saying? And I like Lionel. He's actually a good dude. And she's like, I didn't want that. And he's like, yeah, you did. That's what you wanted me to do, right? And I'm like, this motherfucker's crazy, bro. But that's where it's all at, man. And from the preview that they always do for the following episode at the end of the current week's episode, 6 looks like it's gonna be even more intense, dude. And fucking Allison pulling out a blade and shit looks like she's about to stab Rhaenyra. And Rhaenyra's like, yo, motherfuckers really see you for how you are and how fucked up you can get. You ain't much better than me. You just don't be lying and shit. You know, and I was like, that's a very good point, because Allison has kind of become everything she was kind of hating against 10 years prior and before that. And she has become very petty and very hateful over the fact. Rhaenyra even tries to marry their houses at one point in the episode and make a compromise so she doesn't have to leave and no one gets hurt and shit like that. And they could find some kind of compromise and keep the rumors at bay and keep all that away and keep the realm together and not fuck up the house. But Allison's just kind of like, fuck y'all. Laris really fucks up things. So she's like, I'm out of here. Fuck you. You just killed the father of my children, you bitch. So I'm out of here. So yeah, man, shit's gonna hit the fucking fan. But just to give an overall thing of the episode, because I forgot to do that at the beginning because I got all into the recap section of it. I absolutely love this episode, man. And I gotta say, I think it might... Well, actually, I'll say the beginning episode is my favorite, but this one, 6, and what was it, 3? Those are my absolute favorite episodes, and this episode is fan-fucking-tastic. Not a ton of action or anything, but the action that does happen is like, holy shit, and the political soap opera intrigue, all that shit is at an all-time high right now, and getting the recast with Olivia Cook and Emma Darcy, they are fantastic. And I definitely enjoyed Millie Alcock, and I don't know why they can never have the other girl's name, but whatever. And the other girl that played the younger Allison, I really enjoyed them and hope to see them do a lot of great things in the future. But it was really awesome to see Olivia Cook step up into this thing, bring some new layers to the character of Allison, and really come home and bring it home with a strong performance, as she always does. And like I said, Emma Darcy, never seen her do anything before, but she's really kick-ass in this thing. I think she really does a great job playing the older version of Rhaenyra, man. Looking through her credits here, I have not seen her in anything. So yeah, man. So it's great stuff. Really cool, man. I really love this episode. It's fan-fucking-tastic. Never boring. Never slowed up. Great pacing. Awesome acting. Y'all know the deal, man. And I cannot wait to see what the rest of the season has to bring for the last 3, 7, 8, 9, or 4 episodes. So it's going to be so much fun to see, man. It's going to be incredible. But I absolutely love this episode. Can't wait to see next week's, man. But let your boy know. Drop your thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know what you thought about this latest episode. Has House of the Dragon been living up to your Game of Thrones hype? Has it kind of redeemed the franchise for you? Did you love seasons 7 and 8 of Game of Thrones and don't get why everyone's bitching? Do you love this series? Do you hate the series? Do you fall somewhere in between or on the fence about it? Highly recommend you watch it if you haven't already, guys. And if you didn't and you've been watching this, you got spoiled the hell up for the 6th episode. So make sure you go back and check out everything before you get with these spoiler recaps, man. And we're doing these weekly recaps every Monday for the rest of the run of the series, man. So make sure you tune in for that. And my boy Skippy, he should be back next week for episode 7 and beyond. So we should be back together as the duo, man, doing our thing here. Yeah, man, we got a lot of great content coming this week. Rob Zombie's The Munsters comes out tomorrow. We're gonna have a review for that. Yeah, you got Terrifier 2 next week. Hellraiser reboot. All kinds of crazy shit coming around the corner. So much stuff. Halloween Ends, Black Adam, all that. We're going to be covering that and much more. And like I said earlier in the video, make sure you tune in on Wednesday for our Andor weekly recap. We're going to be talking about episode 4 this week. And make sure you tune in on Thursday for our She-Hulk review. Hopefully Daredevil's coming up this week, man. I'm dying here. You're killing me, Smalls. Goddamn. But here we go, guys. But make sure you stay safe out there, y'all. It's going to be a hot-ass week if you're out here in Cali. And if you ain't, make sure you stay safe out there wherever you are. And until next time, guys, stay tuned. Don't sleep. Peace out.